Siemanko, ja jestem Czterdziesty, witam was w kolejnym materiale z Kingdom Come'a. Moi drodzy, w poprzednim odcinku zdobyliśmy twierdzę Maleszów, wzięliśmy w Bergowa. No w sumie, czy do niewoli? Może i do niewoli, ale tam się dogadaliśmy z nim. Teraz trafiliśmy do Suchodola, do tej pierwszej twierdzy, do której przybyliśmy uciekając z troski. I musimy udać się do Ziszki, bo będziemy przesłuchiwać Bergowa. Ziszka gdzieś na górze widzę.
Who do we have here?
O,
Greetings, sir.
w sumie czemu uszanowanie? Powinienem go zbesztać. Czekaj, to jest moje posłanie, tak. A, na górę jeszcze. Czyli Bergow nie jest w niewoli. Ziszka, 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 gdzie ty jesteś? A, ty sobie leżysz.
2.5 badges, thanks. No way.
Poważnie? Muszę poczekać aż wstanie? No dobra, to czekamy. O! Henryk ma jakiś sen.
Nice work! Nice work indeed. You saved the peasants but sent your own men to the slaughter. You like to keep your hands clean, but war is a nasty business. So who are you going to sacrifice for your conscience next? Your little Jew brother? Cape on? Yourself? You play the game, but you don't understand the rules. And in the end, you'll lose. You learned nothing. You understood nothing. And yet I tried so hard. And yet we share the same fate. Lord! My family was slain too, by the Turks. I felt just like you do. And Eric went through the same thing. That's why I took him in. We're one big family. Of orphans. Well, of course you do have a father. Although he's not gone so far as to give you his name.
Ciekawy sen. Już jest ranek? Nie. Musimy czekać do rana. Gdzie ten Ziszka? O!
Is von Bergov's interrogation starting soon?
You came at the right time.
No nareszcie.
About to deal with him, and you can join in.
Welcome to Sukdol, Lord von Bergov. Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Ziszka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks! He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
No nie, no nie będziemy go torturować.
He's a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage, and Sigismund will be out to avenge him.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Why the fuck should I care about that?
When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that.
Fuck this shit. The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked when we took Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat and a smug face.
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
He's right. Apart from von Aulitz, he's Sigismund's closest man. He knows everything about him and his plans. We should try it the peaceful way first.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
What's wrong, sir? You're not afraid, are you?
Afraid that Jobst, that court schemer, might defeat a warlord like Sigismund in the field? Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotznov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden change of heart?
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I have only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling. So the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Rabors.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mint master, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now.
Ja mam mapę.
Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady. But how would you know?
Not all young noblewomen devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Routards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Routard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
By Christ. It's worth a try.
That sounds almost too good to be true. And too easy. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
Dostać się do środka i poprowadzi nas do srebra. No w sumie Krystian z Pisku chyba teraz zajmuje się tym srebrem. A może Wawak dalej? Chociaż Wawaka mamy w garści.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly, he's got the Mintmaster's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead?
A jednak brat.
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mintmaster's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
Papież?
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly.
Well then, a papal legate is on his way
Legat
to
papieski.
from Rome.
Czyli nie papież.
Coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage? No one knows them, no one has ever seen them, and very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound fucking good.
What?
I co, tego legata papieskiego będzie grał ten? Boguta pewnie.
Are we supposed to kill them? Or what?
Why not?
Fuck. Jesus. Get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell? Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears!
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. But I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it.
He'll tell us to kiss his arse, more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words. Especially when the listener has a knife at his throat.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with him, as his retinue.
What if the legate refuses to talk to us?
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and let someone else put them on. Like, Godwin, eh?
No
He's a
właśnie.
priest.
Hold on. I'm not going to play the jester for anyone.
Nobody's asking you to. We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll fight.
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place.
All right, let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before they eat.
All right. I can't think of anything better anyway.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way if you like.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here.
Niech idzie ze mną, może jakiś romansik się wkradnie.
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Ruthard Palace as well as Lady Rosa.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Ruthard Palace. You want Ruthard Palace? Then I'm coming along.
All right. Both of you are going. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
That's that then. Let's get...
Dokładnie, bo już mam dosyć tego gadania. Odprowadź panią Różę do pałacu Rutardów. Możemy jakiejś szybkiej podróży użyć, czy co?
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
How do we even get inside Ruthard Palace?
Like I said, through the...
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here. Just secret passages, eh?
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground than...
How will I find the entrance this time? From the position of some cross again?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know where to turn.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, Van Bergov's people came to...
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. Then Von Bergov just took me to Malish. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself. He's always threatened.
Well, you can try. When we free your father, Ruthard Palace will be yours again.
I hope so.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point.
Nareszcie.
Let's go.
Oof, I don't think you'd be welcome at a royal court. But I am dry, so I thank you.
Oh, Sakura! I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
I co teraz? Nie wiem, czy otwierać, czy nie. A, ona otworzy. Okej.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people. More like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own... If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of...
Well, so I'm supposed to slaughter?
Yes! That scum has no right to defile this place with their presence.
Which means they deserve...
If we want to be sure they won't give us away.
But we don't even know who they are or how many are here. They might be harmless cripples, but they could also be a pack of cutthroats.
I know, but what do you want to do? Sit back and wait for them to die of old age?
So you want me to get rid of them? But what will you do?
Don't you worry. You don't have to hold my hand in my own hurt. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above.
If you say so. But if anything happens...
Dobra, działajcie,
Now
działajcie.
turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
O,
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
już poszła na górę? Szybciutko.
Who let you in here, fucker?
Siemasz. Jeden z drugim.
He must be dead.
And damn on top of it! Get him!
Jeden z głowy.
Rosa? Could you...
Show what you're made
Rosa!
of! At him quick! Kill him!
O, kolejni.
I feel quite hungry!
What do you want? Wanker!
I dziękuję bardzo.
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you all right, Henry? I think I hit one too.
You're a good shot. Capon and Kabianka wouldn't believe their eyes.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through the door.
Oh, damn it.
Be careful.
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there...
I barricaded the door. I'm sure I...
Dobra, szybciutko na górę. Wyciągnę mieczyk.
What a mess.
You wanna try me? What was that?
Rosa? It's me.
Henry, are you all right?
I'm in one piece.
Are they gone? All of them?
Nigdzie nie poszli.
It's over.
All right. I'll let you in. You can come in now.
So, here we are.
Oj, chyba coś będzie.
Welcome home.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do. But we'll get there. You'll see. We have to. There's a lot of...
That's true. You know, Henry, I want to ask you something. And I want an honest answer, all right? If everything were to go wrong at the Italian court and, God forbid, you had to choose, would you still try to rescue my father, even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy?
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable asset to us. Without their support, the silver would be useless anyway.
Not to mention it wouldn't last you very long anyway.
Don't worry. We'll either leave the Italian court with the lords, or...
Or not at all.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
The mess is the last thing on my mind. There was my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies. It's all gone.
If our plan succeeds and your father is freed...
I try not to think about it.
Why? That's why you're helping.
If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
Kurde, może to być nasza ostatnia noc, moja droga.
Maybe it won't be necessary. As soon as Jobst and his troops arrive, you'll be safe again.
Maybe. But your duties are elsewhere. Capon's estate is in Retaille. Besides, he'll be getting married, and you'll surely be accompanying him. Why should my father and I stay here anyway? What do we...
O, dawaj. Będzie jakieś teges śmeges, fą.
You'll be all right.
Tak jest.
My father would clap you in irons for that.
Ale teraz on jest w kajdanach. No, Henryku.
Where to, ma'am? I don't see any rivers, ditches, or puddles to cross.
Dami castitatem e continentiam, sed non le moro. Forward, Sir Knight.
Oj.
Oh, Christ. Is it morning already? Zizka and the others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look. You know about yesterday evening? And night?
What about it?
I thought maybe you want to talk about it.
Do you think there's anything...
You're right. There's not much to discuss, really.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad it happened. And that it was with you.
I think I could imagine it happening under better circumstances.
It was now or never. There could be no better time given the circumstance, but I'm afraid it was now and never more. If you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
No i gitara. Idziemy do Ziszki. A, tutaj są chłopaki.
I see you're already here. How was the journey? Did you run into any trouble?
No, it actually went quite well. Brabant wouldn't shut up. Credit where credit's due. He really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped like flies. But sometimes I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too. Just so as not to have to listen to him for... I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
Some local beggars set up a lair in here. We had to get rid of them.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret...
Why would she? She asked for it herself.
Mainly because you were going. She doesn't seem to like the rest of the group very much.
Well, it's not like you're doing much to change her mind. And the way things look around here certainly didn't improve her...
We may be bastards, but we're not ungrateful. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak, anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without him.
Dobra, czyli jeszcze do Wawaka musimy iść. Gdzie tu jest wyjście? To jest wyjście? Zgadza się. Idziemy do Wawaka, moi drodzy. Spotkamy się na miejscu. Dobra, dotarliśmy do Wawaka. Chyba. Kurde. Mam nadzieję, że to tu.
Not a soul around. Very odd.
Why?
O, jest. A nie.
Henry?
Krystian?
How the hell did you get in here?
I'm the one asking questions here. What are you doing here?
I'm dealing with some trouble.
So I see. What trouble, though?
In case you hadn't noticed, the lord of the house isn't here. He took to the hills.
What? When?
Only a few days ago. He took the coin from his little secret operation, packed up quietly in the night and went God knows where.
Kurde, czyli Wawak uciekł.
Did Vavak take the Mint Master's key with him?
Well, if he had any sense left, he'd leave it here.
Why's that?
No one will be looking for the coin from the secret enterprise. But if it turned out Vavak had disappeared with the treasury key, the whole court would be after him. Unfortunately, Vavak isn't that stupid.
What's to be done? Damn it. I wanted to talk to Vavak about it, but me and you are going to have to sort it out. The question is whether I can trust you.
Excuse me? I took a big risk to help you last time, and you don't trust me all of a sudden?
Only this time the risk is even bigger.
Risk, you say? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Talk to me then. It can't hurt to try.
All right. But your life depends on nobody finding out about this.
Ah, don't worry. My life was at stake last time, and we're both still here. So you can trust...
I hope so. Me and a few others want to rob the treasury in the Italian court.
What? My word! I was bracing myself for anything, but this? Have you lost your mind?
Calm down, for God's sake. I know how it sounds, but we've got a good reason and a good plan. Believe me, we just need a little help getting inside. That's what I need Vavak for. But he's not here now.
My tylko klucz chcemy od niego.
Have on him would be enough to make Vavak do something as crazy as that. So, why do you think I should take such a big risk? Do you know how much trouble Baresh's murdered, the one you neglected to tell me about?
It just never came up.
I was hoping that I'd take over the mint one day as it was. But now I'll have to get silver from God knows where. Why the hell should I help you?
Kurde, czyli mogłem go nie zabijać wtedy, tamtego typa. No trudno. O właśnie, może on zostanie nowym mistrzem.
Think about it. Vavak's gone, and if we succeed, Sigismund won't have any coin to pay his army. He'll go back to Hungary without appointing a new mint master. That will be your chance.
I can't deny it. You know how to sweet-talk a fellow. All right? Let's say I'll help you. But there's one thing we have to be clear about. If it all goes wrong and the slightest shadow of suspicion falls on me, I'll spill the beans about the secret mint, and I'll blame it all on you. You know a lot, and you'll happily confess.
Well,
I'm glad we understand each other.
we'll get into the church council meeting as the legate's retinue.
The legates? What do you mean?
We'll make it nice and clear to the cardinal that he'd be wise to cooperate with us. And while he's gabbing on in the meeting, we'll get to work in the guise of retinue.
For Christ's sake! Do you really think nobody will recognize you? Do any of you even speak it?
In any case, it'd be wise to have someone at the meeting who can make sure the legate doesn't do anything stupid. We'll be keeping an eye on him, of course, but it'd be better to have a local on, and that would be your job.
Well, how can I put it? If you manage to get to Cardinal Pozzo and take you with him to the Italian court, not give air, and lastly, make it through the entire council without shitting himself, I'll walk barefoot to Rome myself.
Yeah, very droll. So will you help us?
I can turn a blind eye to someone sneaking around the courtyard, or reassure anyone at the council who notices something is off. But don't expect anything more. And what will your lot do in the meantime?
We'll
No.
free all the lords held captive at the court.
I couldn't help you with that even if I wanted to. And I'd advise you to give up on that. Getting the silver alone will be hard enough. Anything else?
Some of them will dig a tunnel into the court cellars from outside. That's how we'll get the silver out.
Clever. There's a whole labyrinth under the Italian court. But breaking through will take a lot of effort. And after that?
That's all you need to know. We just need you at the council.
Very well then.
Now I just need to find Vavak's key. Have you seen it?
No, the only thing I found Vavak left is this letter. Here. And Henry, don't forget, I'll help you. But I can't afford to be under any suspicion.
Count on me.
Tak, dobra.
Save the thanks and let me get to work.
Dobra, musimy znaleźć teraz klucz Wawaka. Sprawdźmy ten liścik. To jest to. O kurde, nic nie widzę. Do rąk pana Krystiana z Pisku, mincerza królewskiej mennicy na dworze włoskim. Jeśli czytasz te słowa, to wiedz, że dawno mnie w mieście nie ma. Znam cię, Lizusie, skończony, wiem, że nie od dziś ostrzysz sobie zęby na mój tytuł. Jest twój, wyleniały szczurze. Życzę ci go z całego serca. Niemal żałuję, że nie mogę zobaczyć twojej gęby, kiedy dowiesz się, gdzie zostawiłem ci klucz. Pozostało mi tylko życzyć ci... Ciesz się tytułem, długo go nie podzierżysz. Niech dwór włoski zapadnie się pod ziemię. Rada miejska klasztornym winem, PS, wal się, walić klucz, walić wszystko. Może w kiblu? Jest. Rzucił go do kibla.
Well, that really is disgusting. Fuck you, Vavak, wherever you are.
I z powrotem do Ziszki. Ziszka, gdzie jesteś? Mam klucz.
I was at the Mint Master's place.
Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this.
What will you do now?
We'll give it some thought and see. Hopefully we'll know better when you come back.
Co?
Well, how did it go? Do you have the key?
Aye, I've got it. But it stinks a bit.
Quelle puanteur! Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
And what about the Mint Master? Will he help us out?
Vavak got out of the town. But in his house, I met Christian of Pisek, the steward of the Italian court. He promised to help us if we get in a tight spot.
Can we trust him?
I think so. He owes me. But he's afraid they'd know if he was involved.
Did he tell you anything interesting?
When he heard what we were up to, he said we were mad. According to him, we'll either get killed on the spot or end up on the gallows.
Maybe we should, reconsider.
This fella's got no imagination. If we could snatch von Bergow's fucking cannon, this'll be a piece of cake.
That's all he told me.
Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Loretz, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the...
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi? Why should I?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do, but not firsthand. Only from mind maps and drawing. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
What exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds...
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you better have a weapon handy.
Come now. Surely you do not mean...
Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this part of the plan.
Where are the others, anyway? Kubienka, Ada and Janos.
They heard there was work to be done, so... they left à l'anglaise.
Did you do the work of 3, eh? At least with your mouth.
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver. If Pisak wasn't lying, there's quite a hole there.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels, I'll go with someone else.
With Ruthard's daughter, eh? One night wasn't enough for you.
I meant with somebody like Sam. He knows his way around the town under...
Oui. That is a good idea.
Why not? Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head.
What will you lot do in the meantime?
We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den. They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. Or we'll have no way of talking to the gents from Rome.
Czyli to jeszcze nie koniec zadania.
I'm going to go explore the underground passages that lead to the Italian court. Can you tell me more about them?
What exactly would you like to know?
Where exactly are the tunnels?
They run under most of Italian Street. Some are remnants of the original mine gallery, but other parts are much more recent. So far, only the section from Ruttard Palace to the crypt under the church is accessible.
Well, the church is quite a long way from the core. If the tunnel has collapsed anywhere...
Right. But the tunnels were checked properly before they started building the church. If some part collapsed, we'd be the first.
Tell me more about this mine gallery.
It's been abandoned for years, but we could use it. According to the drawings, it's very close to the court cellars. Christian of...
That's a very strange coincidence.
My father said King Wenceslas had long suspected he had enemies among his own ranks. Maybe he had an escape route built. He just didn't finish it in time.
What was the tunnel to the crypt used for?
It's a safe route for anyone who wants to disappear undetected.
Has anyone ever used it?
No one that I know of.
Waste?
It leads from the kitchen, so I'm sure you can imagine. Bones.
Oh, wonderful.
Czego mam tam
What
szukać?
exactly am I supposed to be looking for down there?
We need to find and mark the point where the crypt wall joins with the tunnel. When we break through the wall, only a thin partition will be between us and the cellar.
But how will I know I've found the right...
You can tell if there's a cavity behind the wall by the sound it makes. The gallery is also damp, so the spot might be a different colour.
So, I'll be knocking on the walls in the dark and looking to see if any is a different shade?
Well, yes.
Thanks for the advice.
Be careful. Come.
I'll do my best.
Dobra, wiem wszystko. Zbadaj z Samuelem podziemne przejście. Samuel, gdzie jesteś? Idziemy.
It appears we're supposed to go and mark the path for carrying out the silver.
I thought you were going with Brabant. He boasted that he knows those passageways.
I told him I'd rather go with you.
You made the right choice. Brabant would have talked your head off.
Braterska przygoda.
Well, are we ready to go and take a look underground?
Absolutely. Where is the entrance anyway?
In the kitchen.
That's a promising start.
Ja może założę zbroję.
How long have they been throwing shit down here? It is nearly up to my knees. Perish. Ah, and it's bloody slippery.
Ktoś tam jest.
Never mind. Better come along. We have other work to do.
Strzelę mu headshota. Nie trafiłem.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
You swine! You'll pay for that!
Nie trafiłem headshota, no. Muszę poćwiczyć strzelanie. Co oni tutaj kradli? A. Coś było ciekawego, nie? Dobra. Idziemy dalej za Samuelem. Co, pomyliłeś się? A, sprawdza ściany. Ona mówiła, że jakiś inny kolor będzie miała ściana.
Somewhere else. It should be somewhere around here. Try tapping on the walls.
Tutaj chyba coś widzę.
Keep your eyes peeled so we do not have to stay
Oi,
here all night.
that sounds different. We have it.
It does not go...
That might do it.
Come. Let us go back. Have you ever been to Kuttenberg? Before all this, I mean.
Sam and I walked through the cellar as far as we could and marked the spot where we should dig.
Well done. Brabant has found some men in the meantime. He may refuse to go down tunnels, but he does have... Considering how much coin he promised them all, I reckon they'll do everything they can to make sure we get out alive. Oh, and while we're on the subject, take this. You've done a lot of good...
Dziękuję.
What now then? Have you come up with a way to get to the legate and persuade him to take us to the Italian court?
I should say so. Hey, listen up, all of you. You're done.
Oh, is that really necessary?
It is. We'll be riding to Loretz.
Cardinal Pozzo goes to bed with the chickens and gets up before the crack of dawn. After the morning prayer, he eats breakfast together with his retinue, and no one is allowed to disturb them. Most regular folks are asleep at that time, so everything should be nice and quiet when you pay him a visit.
If we don't persuade him to get us into the Italian court, we're fucked. So don't do anything stupid, right?
Should we be prepared for a fight?
That shouldn't be necessary. Godwin insisted he'll sort things out peacefully with the Cardinal, but I reckon we'll have to twist his arm a bit. And while Godwin's persuading His Eminence to put on a show with us at the Italian court, the Devil, Janosch, Kubienka and Ada will take his retinue away to the Devil's Den.
Hagen and Urso will be waiting for us there to keep them under guard.
So what exactly am I supposed to do?
Like I said, stand beside Godwin looking mean. With a bit of luck, that'll be enough.
Exactly. No killing.
Is everyone going there?
Everyone except Capon, Brabant, Catherine and Rosa.
What? Am I just supposed to sit on my ass with the women?
At least you'll get your beauty sleep. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
It's true we shouldn't leave this place unwatched.
Too fucking right. Now don't you worry, Lord Capon. If anyone tries to get inside, I'll protect you.
Keep your jokes to yourself, Toss.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, come on.
All right.
Report to me tomorrow morning, is that clear?
Can we go to
I reckon it's too late. We have to leave before the crack of dawn.
I jesteśmy.
Buono il pollo, eminenza.
To jest ten legat?
Così così, eh? Il cibo da queste parti fa un po' cagare. Ma che diavolo? Come cazzo vi permettete? Eh?
Sit the fuck down.
A czemu czart jest goły?
Nos non... Oh, fuck. Nos non quer... Vos nos... Vos non vulnerabo. Nobis est petitio. No. Proposal. Ragazio. Ita. Ragazio.
Can you cut it short? Fuck! Don't interrupt! Latin is tough when you're sober.
To może Boguta się napije.
Andiamo! Forza! After them! They must get away!
No i szlak trafił plan.
Spara! Quick! Go!
Mamy pościg. Ciekawe, czy mój koń da radę. Kurde, który to jest? Nie, to jest zbrojny.
Quick!
Ja muszę ścigać kardynała. Kardynała Legata.
Per un pelo! Già! Filio di puttana! Già! Forza! Più veloce! A chi kerlava e a chi spara! Go!
Widzę go, widzę go.
Biegnij! Uciekaj!
Forza! Più veloce!
Go! Ja!
Forza! Più veloce!
Biorę tego z łukiem!
Już prawie.
Ci uccideranno!
Go!
Oh!
Mam cię.
Hey up, lad. Keeping all right, are you?
Well, do your best, don't you? That's all you can do, really, isn't it?
Guess in these times, no?
Yeah.
Not sure about this, though, eh? Who's keeping these roads? No one looks after them, you know.
My words exactly. I mean, no one gives a damn until some noble rides along. And then he's surprised.
Oho.
Dawaj!
L'uomo di Dio, mi lascia in pace. Io sono un uomo di chiesa, capite? Non ho fatto nulla. Misericordiosa Vergine Maria! Cosa pide Vergine Maria? Curvato un gambe! Aiuto!
No nie. Komar go zabił? Masakra, zabił go.
Right, let's see him.
Nie chciał zamknąć gęby, to dostał. Nic mu nie jest lekko otumaniony.
Upadł na kamień.
No przecież lekko dostał z bańki, no leciutko.
You've killed him.
No przecież nic mu nie zrobiłem.
You fucking killed him, you great Polish ox! You are going straight to hell for that.
Kurwa, do nieba, tylko nie to.
That's right, hell! And all those horned demons there will be taking turns with you. You just wait. They're gonna be fighting over your Polish ass!
Przecież nie chciałem, no! Boże, czemu dałeś mi tak tępy łeb?
Strip them before their clothes get even more soaked in blood. You can undress His Eminence here.
Me?
But why?
Bo teraz ty będziesz eminencją.
Because you're the legate now.
Wiedziałem.
Well, that didn't really work out. What are we going to do now?
You heard, didn't you? We'll get rid of the bodies, get Godwin dressed up, and hope his Legate Act fools the church council. It's too late to back out now.
Well, maybe it'll be better this way. I wasn't sure the legate wouldn't betray us anyway. I trust Godwin a lot more.
Sure, I trust him too, but not so much his language skills.
Let's get out of here.
Agreed. Our business here is concluded.
Are you going back to Ruthar Palace?
Aye. We have to wash the clothes, get Godwin into them, and hope we don't all end up on the gallows. We still have some time, so if there's something you need to do elsewhere, feel free. I have the feeling there won't be time for anything else once we get started.
No dobra.
I need to take care of something first.
Moi drodzy, zakończyliśmy. A, jeszcze mamy wrócić do Pałacu Ruthardów. Nie trzeba. Mi się wydaje, że to i tak już jest koniec, bo w następnym odcinku pewnie zaczniemy już tą Znaczy, zaczniemy to nowe zadanie. Dajcie znać, jak się podobało, co sądzicie o wyczynie komara. Napiszcie w komentarzu i do zobaczenia w następnym materiale. Trzymajcie się, cześć!